Era una vida bastante difícil o triste porque no podía ser quien yo realmente era.
It was really difficult because I could not be who I truly was for fear of being attacked.
Hacia mi persona.
So I knew I couldn't go back.
Mi nombre es George Márquez.
My name is George Marcus and I'm a refugee from Venezuela.
Mi nombre es Ronnie Álvarez, soy
My name is Ronnie Alvarez. I'm a refugee and I come from Venezuela.
Hola, ¿cómo estás? Mucho gusto, un placer. Bueno, Ronnie y yo nos conocimos
We met each other 5.5 years ago
en Venezuela
in Venezuela.
y bueno, logramos
So we met and we were friends and then it developed into a sentimental relationship.
Bueno, terribles. Venezuela es un país.
It was terrible. Venezuela is right now in a crisis. It's been in a crisis for many years now.
Política.
It is in a bad situation politically, socially, economically, but it is also a country where being homosexual is not well regarded.
Al principio
So when I came out as a homosexual, it was really hard for my family.
mi familia, una familia muy
It's a very traditional family.
Con el tiempo, digamos, han
Over time, they have learned to accept it.
No tenemos derecho a
We
casarnos.
can't get married in Venezuela, we can't have kids, we can't adopt children.
Ya que como periodista también.
In Venezuela, I was a reporter, a journalist, and I was threatened. I had a death threat against me.
Ya que nos tocó
We had to change from one bus to another frequently.
una maleta.
A suitcase, just one.
ahí mi vida entera allí.
My whole life in one suitcase.
Poco tiempo después
Shortly afterwards, the pandemic hit.
y quedamos atrapados literalmente en
So we found ourselves trapped in Ecuador without being able to work or move from there.
Fue una proeza.
It was a very long trip.
Luego asimilo, estoy en Estados Unidos.
I'm living in the United States, so you need to speak English.
Lo entiendo mucho también.
But I still worry about saying the wrong word.
De manera incorrecta.
It's harder for you to access resources and get around when you don't know the language. Even something as simple as taking the bus is made 100 times harder when you can't know what it says on the top of the bus or ask somebody, is this the right place? I am Andrea Rivera, and I am a refugee medical caseworker with Jewish Family and Community Service. I was a refugee from Honduras 10 years ago, and now I help people get resettled here in Pittsburgh. We came here 10 years ago because a coup was taken over from our country. My family was involved in politics as political activists, and we were targeted and persecuted as a result. We left the country because of that and then resettled here in New York and then Pittsburgh. But when you say numbers, I do have to think about it more, especially because you guys have a culture of saying 1,200 instead of 1,200. That makes it very hard for me, and I always have to ask for clarification every time somebody says that. And I noticed in Pittsburgh, it took me a while that you guys say O instead of 0. So like 412-033 instead of 033. My family thinks that I have come full circle, that I am giving back to the people who helped us, and I'm helping us 10 years ago. I'm the first one to do a lot of things because I was the oldest. So I think they always tell me they're very proud. I think what's nice about Pittsburgh is that, surprising to a lot of people, there's a lot of different cultures here. In New York, everybody knows like there's a higher concentration of Hispanic. Over here, I think there's just like pockets of a lot of different cultures, and it makes it easier for anybody to come here and kind of find their own pocket and find their own place in the city.
Pero resumiendo, podría decir, tengo derechos como persona.
The most important thing is that I have rights as a homosexual here that I did not have in Latin America.
Sí, inclusive me sucedió en un autobús que vi a un chico salir y besar a otro chico y yo por un segundo pensé, me
I'm
asusté.
surprised because I even saw one man kiss another man in the bus, and I just thought, wow, this is very different than in Venezuela.
Lo bajarían del autobús, lo golpearían, lo insultarían.
They would hit him, they would insult them.
Y eso es algo que no tiene precio. Quizás aquí en Estados Unidos no sepan lo importante que es para
So
nosotros.
the freedom that you have here is priceless.
I feel like I was helped by an organization, now I'm helping others on the other side. It's rewarding because I get to make a change in somebody's life. It is a great city to resettle. My family built everything they have from the ground up in this city because they were welcome, because they were able to build a support system, because they were given support by the city.
Y cuando llegas a Pittsburgh te consigues con todas las puertas abiertas.
And you come to Pittsburgh, and then we have found the doors open to us in all senses.
Oportunidades, muchas oportunidades.
Opportunities, lots of opportunities.
Que aquí somos libres, tenemos libertad.
We have freedom here.
Bastante particular. Yo creo que sí, esto es un pero esto no es fino.